Welcome back to the Chatroom podcast. Today we are discussing a very sensitive issue, Galamsey. I mean, it's been trending in the news for quite some time, and you know, a lot of people have this illusion that it started in Akufo-Addo's time or even Mohammed's time. Galamsey was there for a very long time. I think since the 1980s, it's been there.
Yeah.
And it wasn't always known as illegal mining. It was for small scale mining.
Yeah.
But over the years, they saw that it became rampant and unregularized, and so they actually associate that term with illegal mining. So yes, Galamsey has been trending, and we want to give our thoughts on it in this video. So, Mario, over to you. This Galamsey issue, if we had him, but he's an economist, I'm an environmentalist, so maybe together we can find some middle ground in this. Okay. What do you think about the whole Galamsey thing?
For me, my personal view on Galamsey has been that it has rather been a political sword for both parties. Right now, it's going to be a campaign for the next coming election.
Yeah, okay.
The one who have enough strategies to stop it. The one who is trying to find a way to stop it. And at the end of the day, when you play politics with everything, that has a national interest. You never get to the end result of it. Just as you mentioned, right? It happened years ago. Probably it became predominantly known to people that it was illegal during Mohammed's administration. Within the administration, who were those mining? I learned his brother was part of.
Yeah, his brother made a lot of
money out of that.
Own concessions.
Good. Fast forward, it became a campaign topic for this current government. That when we come, you are going to stop Galamsey. No matter what, we'll make our water bodies this, we'll fight it.
So they said they were going to stop illegal mining, and they were going to also promote their business of small scale mining.
Good. So they had their strategies. When the expose came
by Anas.
Not Anas. The one Joy FM.
Oh, okay,
recently one. Who was the one you were talking about?
One to me.
Who is one to me?
He's the Ashanti Regional Chairman for MP.
Good. So funny enough, the people that are destroying the environment are polluting the environment
on a
large scale. Are people within that have the political power. For example, you and I cannot own a mining company. Or even if you have the resources, we can't just go beyond our reach. Because when you're giving a concession to mine, you can't go beyond your reach. Unless you have that
political
Yes. So the people that are making it difficult for the government to fight Galamsey are the people within. And it's not just the MPP. It's within the NDC. And see, funny enough, I always say, yes, you can blame the president to some extent, but trust me, those who are in charge from Lands Commission, Minerals Commission, Forestry Commission, all these commissions, EPA, they earn something out of it. There's no way who to me would just mine and just make all the money.
Well, you would have to go through certain procedures.
Yes.
Sort people out.
Exactly. So those who are in there are aware.
It's not easy. It's not always the president.
No.
There's only a limit to what he can do. And I realize that even when you become the president of, maybe you are from NPP, you are the president, you are not the leader of your party.
No.
The chairman of the NPP becomes the leader.
Yes.
And so power then goes to another person. And so there's only so much Akufo-Addo can do. He can't do everything. Sometimes we have to hold the heads of the public institutions accountable.
Yes, and I was expecting that the political parties, the heads within the political parties, would come and speak against the issue. I mean, the Untunis issue.
They said nothing.
Exactly. You feel me? Because you guys say, oh, they are making they are making money for the party for the next year's election. What if? I'm not saying that that's a factor. I'm just saying, what if they are making money for the party for the next year's election? You get, because the way, the energy that you would fight as an opposition You should have that same energy to fight when you're in power.
When you are in a position, you are the wisest person in the country.
You get it? So the issue about Galamsey, we know the problem. What we are trying to figure out recently, I mean, was it yesterday or today? I saw pastors going and praying that God, oh God, see.
I actually didn't see that.
Oh, pastors, UTV.
I don't see.
Oh, UTV.
Then go pray for
Then go the site there where they Yeshua say, then start they enter. You are the heads.
No.
The people.
It's okay. Let's delve into it. So one factor is the political presence.
Yeah,
that's a huge thing because you know you look at Galamsey over the years. Let's take some time back. Look at it from the time 1990 after the economic recovery program, and then it was decided that the environment is a very important aspect to help the economy grow.
Yes.
And so they are going to cut down on illegal mining. So they employ soldiers. So this is not the first time. Soldiers were clamping down on illegal miners. And then you look at what happened. In those times, the reason why it wasn't so disastrous or destructive is because of the tools they were using.
Yeah.
They're using pickaxe. They were using simple tools. And so the extent of damage wasn't so much.
Exactly.
Then you come 10 years down the line, 12 years down the line, Muhammad's time, then you realize that there has been an upgrade. They are now using excavators. My question to you is, where did they get those excavators from? Because these people, they are coming from deprived localities.
Yes.
So as you to feedback on what you are saying, it's politicians who is giving them those excavators. Excavators, they cost. How then will we afford 5 excavators and then destroy acres of land?
How? And you see the companies that are mining illegally or into this Galamsey, check the owners. Check them. Is either they are within or they have huge links or huge influence within the political sector.
True.
So at the end of the day, how do you stop something that it feels like someone feels invisible to be?
We have the political interest. We also have, I want us to also focus on those small scale miners who really do not have any political link. Because there are some people who go into it and use pickaxe and these wooden structures to mine. What do you think are some of the incentives that will drive these people there?
I think, you see, for those mining communities, that's their only source of living.
So it's an economic incentive.
Yes. So me, I would not just wake up and go and dig for no reason. There's a reason to it. Make some few golds or some few minerals or diamonds. Find a way to sell it, either on the black market, so you get someone to buy. And actually, I will enrich myself and my family. And
you know the funny thing too, before you come back, you realize that there's a spike in Galamsey activities when there's a decline in economic growth.
Yes.
The hardship is becoming much more hotter, and so people are now looking. I mean, if you are suffering, then they said gold is beneath the land you are on. What do you do?
So I think the lack of job opportunities within this mining community becomes very, very difficult for you to stop small miners. So at the end of the day, if these smaller communities here, there's no job for them, there's no way, there's no end to their quest.
To seek for gold.
They will just and how can you fight even if you bring soldiers, right? They will find a way. They will find a way.
The thing is that they've been in those communities for several years. More than the new soldiers you are bringing in. So it's just like Forestry Commission employing forest guards. How effective is that? It's about how well can the forest guards protect forests that they know nothing of. And yes, to some extent, the government can find a way to control. They can enforce. But it shouldn't be the only resort.
But then, if you go for the head, because those people, the people within the local, they know them. They know the big people that are doing this mine. There was a video that there was, gun shooting. Someone even work for them. So if they realize that the big people within the cartel business, the mining cartel business.
Yeah, I like that word, mining cartel.
Are being clamped down, right? Then they will cause fear.
But it's true. They have no, like, they are not, it's true, corruption is there, but they are no respecter of person.
They will just
like
go
a
for
whole
you and make a
president, they can
statement.
even push you and impeach you.
Yes, they will just go for you and make a big, huge statement. Let's say you prosecute these big people, like 2 of them per 2 per.
Yeah.
Abba.
With a day jail inside.
Abba. Who goes?
It be true.
Yeah, within 2 months, go see who
they go sit up. The rest go sit up.
Charlie.
But we know say them go take the thing go court. They go make it.
Go make your what? The lawyer said they take one, the judge said they take. Let's
we'll take over the whole country. Alright guys, let us know what you think in the comment section. But frankly, I think you know what they say, insanity is what? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
Yeah.
Kindly comment in the comment section and then subscribe if you're new here. We'll see you guys later. I think one of the ways we can address this issue, you are an economist, right? At least you know economy. As we said earlier, this is about incentives. One way, you cannot just use river guards, because what will happen is that the hunger for the gold will still be there. And one thing about these small scale miners is that any money they get from gold stays within the community.
Yeah.
Mining companies take it outside.
Yes.
They take it outside and it benefits foreign countries. You understand? When these people get a gold, they go and trade it within the community.
Make money, spend
Give
it
money to
within
their wives, pay their children's school fees, and you realize that it helps the local economy grow.
Yeah.
And if you check these people, the history of us reading the document, the history of these people engaging in small scale mining, you realize that they are children of parents whose lands, cocoa farms, were taken by these large scale miners.
Yes.
And they were not compensated. And so because they were not compensated, they couldn't pay for their children's school fees. And these are now the children doing the illegal mining.
You see? So
it's a cycle, right? So I think number one, and when you go to these mining communities, you realize that the development over there is one-sided. You've built a classic 5-star hotel. How many of those inhabitants can afford per night? How many of them can afford? So it's like a white elephant. So what I'm going to say is that, but even before the solutions, let's talk about the river guards. River guards have been employed. I think the current batch was 200 river guards. So, I didn't really understand.
So they were sitting boats. Like I think that.
So the whole point is that when you're mining, of course you pollute the soil to mercury and everything, but the main casualty is the river, the water bodies. Because mercury, they'll wash the mercury. You know, mercury is used to bind the gold.
Yeah.
So after that, you pour the waste water, which contains mercury, into the rivers. The fish take in the mercury. You go and kill the fish. You tell the canker seller you want 5 cedis, and the mercury will be used. So that's the main point. It's like they are polluting the water bodies. And so the river guards are like stopping or managing. They are supposed to manage the extent of pollution, so they don't come to the riverside and wash.
So where would they be? They will go on the mining site.
What?
The river guards, they would have to go on the mining site.
Honestly, I really do not have enough information about it. Those were the same questions I had. I don't know whether they were going on the mining site or whether they are, because I heard that the river guards will be giving boats to chase those high-speed boats, something like a jet ski to chase. But the point is that some of the miners use the water. Sometimes they even connect pipes to the water body to pump and flush out those pits that they've dug. So yes, but the whole point is they are going to protect the water bodies. Yeah. So what do you think about it? Is it sustainable? It came in my exam. Is the river guard sustainable? Explain 30 marks. What do you think? I didn't answer that question. Charlie, is it sustainable?
See, just as you said, me, I don't have much knowledge about the river guard, but per explanation, it's like you have numerous factors to deal with, and the least of it is now your priority. You get it? Like let's say the major cause of unemployment. We have the major causes. Then the eighth cause is what
we are championing.
We are championing. So if you ask me, it will work. Probably they would have money to recruit people, pay them, give them incentives. But that's what I was asking. Would they be on the boat and they will be shooting people down, or they will be chasing people, and if you're on on the boat or on the sea, would that stop the miners from mining at the mining site?
These are questions we all don't have answers to.
So
and another thing too is how long? Yes. Because they are doing like those political programs. 200 this batch, then another batch will come 200. Why are they like worrying people's children to
so they will be on the boat at night, and they will be safeguarding the river,
the water bodies. Yeah.
Would that stop the miners from mining at the site? Because whatever mercury being washed, being dug, being this, being that, it's not done in the sea. I mean, in the riverside. It's done on the mining site.
So I also think some of it to also help them trace to the mining site, because usually
my guy, they know the miners.
So usually that be important. For usually mining sites are close to water bodies.
Yes.
So it's more like if you put guards near the water bodies, they need the water. They're not going to use Ghana Water Company, so they need the water. So it's a way to manage the situation. But as you said, even before that, they had Operation Vanguard.
That was what I was coming. You see, when there was the media campaign against this mining, I mean, the first 4 years of it, they achieved some results.
Yeah.
How did they go about it? They had a way. They were going, attacking people on site.
Burning excavated.
And not just the burn of it, like they would clamp on you on the site, arrest you. They had people that were enforcing. Our Operation Vanguard, just over some few years, become trash.
Yeah. This one is Operation Halt or something.
Always different name. But the thing is, just because I can't remember what they said, okay, they are stopping all mining business. Then they will restructure and realign and redo whatever, and they will let people know where to mine, where not to mine, where it's legal, where it's not legal, and all these things. But right now, I'm trying to understand something. I feel they did that to have control over the whole mining business and then allow their people to enjoy. I could make that assumption because I could assume that at the end of the day, right now, the people who are benefiting are people within your party.
Yeah, who are benefiting the most. Yeah.
Yes.
And right now, the price of gold too is soaring.
Yes. So at the end of the day, if someone could sit in Ghana and say he has enough money to buy Chelsea Football Club, and he table an offer to Chelsea Football Club, and this same
person was instrumental to Akufo-Addo winning the elections.
Good. And this same person is the one bad seminar. Can't you make 1, 2, 3 add them together and just come to the realization conclusion that this be the whole motive idea? Because river guards, whatever guards, go do anything for me.
Even when they started the Operation Vanguard, what the news, one of the reasons it didn't work is because the soldiers that were even mandated to protect the areas or clamp down were also taking the money. They were taking, so it's a system. So
yeah, that China woman said,
I shall want.
Someone, their chin, we just, oh God, this person came back and still mine. They said that people within offices were the one who helped her to get Ghana card.
Yeah, she had a Ghana, the so-called.
So at the end of the day, he said, you are trying to solve one problem by creating another problem. Because the people that you are bringing in, they are taking money. The soldiers, the soldiers that I mean, asked to go and protect this side, are the one helping these companies to mine.
Now you banning the money that they get from mining. So one of my professors said he's one of the consultants for some of the mining companies, where he say, look, if you are telling cocoa board, and this will also come to cocoa board, the cocoa farms are around the mining site. If you are telling the people, the farmers, that they should plant cocoa and after 5 years reap harvest, and even the money they are going to get from selling the cocoa is not enough.
Yeah.
Why won't she go into Galamsey, get 50? Some woman she's a potter, she's not actively involved in the mining. They have stages, right? They have levels, hierarchy. This woman, they earn 50 cedis a day. What you say that money she take sponsor in kidney education?
50 cedis
a day. That be basal pay, base pay. They get 50 cedis a day. So like you look at the whole thing and you're like the problems are they're like from so many places. But me fundamentally, I think this is an economic issue. You cannot bring Mahama did that alternative livelihoods, and then say that people should go into cocoa or other forms of business so that they stop the illegal mining and protect the environment. But you have to eat. Would you do that if you know that you could get 2,000 from Galamsey and you go? Will you neglect the Galamsey and then go after a business that will pay you half of that? No, you don't go do that. Mama himself don't go do. Ekufa don't go do. So I think it's down to incentives. Unless government is really serious, and I think the river guards operation, it's one part of the solution, but you cannot use force. It doesn't work. As you said, we did alternative livelihoods. It didn't work. We did vanguard. It didn't work. We are doing halt. It will not work. It might work maybe within some few years, but it will come back again. Have you seen the color of River Pra? You could show it to them. Yeah, the River Pra is looking like coffee. But Bahaba said when he came during this time, River Pra was like, it was like tea. But right now it's like coffee. Coffee without Charlie, the team is some way, and as we said, the whole thing is politicized. Such that even if you want to stop it, you will have to betray your own people. Who knows? Maybe some of the big people who are saying they are going to stop, Minister of Lands and Natural Resources. Who knows? Maybe in the inside. Because see, there is no way illegal mining can go to this extent without some of the big institutions compromising themselves. No, there's no way. There's so many acts, so many laws by which they can arrest these people, but it still goes on. It shows you that the heads at the top, they are enjoying.
The head off.
Heads must rule.
Obi Operation Vanguard. Obi Operation River Hot or River Pra on the sea.
Charlie, the sad. And even because of that, Ghana Water Company says there's going to be increase in tariffs, because what happens is that you'll have to do a lot of filtration.
So just go for the heads. Go prosecute them. Go to prison. Go. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why I was saying. Logical reasoning be key. See, that's why if nobody is saying this outside country they don't have corruption.
Oh, they have
mass corruption.
Illegal mining self.
Yeah. However, when they want to make a statement, when the institutions, the government want to make a statement, they go as high as the leader or whoever is in charge. Go prosecute, run him